Hello everyone, myself Naresh is going to be your host for the day, this particular session. So welcome all for this beautiful session, and good morning, good evening and good afternoon, because we have participations from across the world. We have different time zones. So thank you so much for joining on time, and people are still joining, and we may have to give maybe one more minute time. So let us wait until everybody joins. Please stay tuned.
Namaste everyone, my name is Mahadev Devnath. I am from Belgaum, Karnataka. I am very much thankful to IWSP team as they have given me a path to how to modify my life and the way to live the life happily. Because before joining the session, I was gaining weight due to lockdown since last 1 year, and I was searching the opportunity to reduce the weight. In the same time, I saw the Swamiji's message and I took decision to join this session. And even 2-3 sessions I was not serious, but once the session has started, third or fourth session, I took it seriously, and within 15 days I reduced my 4 kg of weight and majorly a central obesity. I really thankful to IWSP team, Swamiji as well as Dr. Susheel Sharma, as they have given a very good scientific way to change or modify our lifestyle. Thank you.
My name is Shaila Shankar. I live in New Jersey. I have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I joined IWSP Batch 3, came to know about this program through my friend Nalini. And in this program, I learned yoga, pranayama and meditation from Dr. Swamiji, Dayadhipananda, and about detailed information about the DASH program from Dr. Susheel Sharma. By incorporating the information I learned in IWSP, I have been able to reduce my diabetes medication by 50%. My HbA1c level has gone to the pre-diabetic level. I highly recommend this program to everyone. Thank you.
So thank you. So in the interest of all who have joined on time, so welcome again. So this is many of you maybe first time hearing the word IWSP. It is nothing but Integrated Wellness Science and Practice. So we have multiple courses under this banner, and this particular course is mother of all. This is called Holistic Wellness, Transform Lifestyle to Revitalize and Rejuvenate. So today is an introductory session. You'll understand, you'll get an idea of what is this program is all about in this particular today. Please stay tuned for next 1 hour 30 minutes and stay till the end. That's our humble request, so that you will not miss out anything. So this is the agenda for the day. The one what I'm doing is an introduction, and then Dr. Susheel Sharma is going to talk about 4 pillars of IWSP, and followed by his question and answers. And Dr. Shivakumar, Swami Dayadhipananda, he's going to talk about asanas, pranayama, meditation, and then followed by question and answer. And then there is a quick 1-minute poll or survey in between. After that, what is this? What next? The logistics and how, what, those lot of questions you may have, we'll be answering that for 10 minutes. Followed by overall question and answer. You may have a lot of doubts and question about the whole program, how it is going to be and what it is. You may have a lot of doubts. We'll be clarifying that. So this is the agenda. Our request is to still stay tuned till the end. That is our request. With this team IWSP, this is a kind of a voluntary group we joined together almost a year back. So this is Dr. Shivakumar. He's a doctor by profession and also a Ramakrishna Mission, Ramakrishna Order monk. We call him Swami Dayadhipananda. He's a diabetologist, and he heads Ramakrishna Mission Hospital at Haridwar, which is, I think, 100-bedded hospital. And he has vast experience in handling diabetic, especially the type 1 diabetic. Many of us may be in type 2 diabetic, but type 1 diabetic much more severe than the one. So the unique combination is he blends the ancient wisdom along with scientific proofs and a lot of practical knowledge. So we hear a lot from him. And this is Dr. Susheel Sharma. He is an Indian, lives in US, and he's an interventional cardiologist, lives in Maryland, US. He studied in India and then did his master's in UK and then went to US, and he's practicing in US. But still, again, so he is another example of how good a doctor can speak and evidence-based science. And you will hear a lot, and you will enjoy hearing to him as well. This is Subrata. He's one of our senior most member. He's not, for a change, he's not a medical doctor. He's an engineer, alumni of IIT Kanpur and NIT. He was a former associate director of CIRAC, and health is his passion. So he joined hand with this team and then supports. Anirban, he is a Fulbright scholar and had a period in Carnegie Mellon Business School. He's a mechanical engineer again from NIT, and he supports multiple non-profit organizations and linked with multiple specially abled schools and associations like that. And he's one of the backbone behind this program and this organization. Myself, Naresh, I'm a volunteer. I joined the IWSP batch 1. I got benefited enormously. So I continue to support the IWSP team. So I'll be continue to help you, host you this particular program, in a volunteer zone. Thank you so much. And then for allowing IWSP team for me to do this, Karthikeyan is a mechanical engineer. From Anna University. He's behind the entire program. You might have got enormous amount of mails, WhatsApps, everything has come from him. So he is the go-to person for every single question you have about this program, and he's the person to go. With this, we do have a few more people behind, but in the interest of time, we are moving further. And first, as per the agenda, it's going to be Dr. Sharma. He's going to talk about 4 pillars of IWSP.
Thank you and welcome to our brand new IWSP 5 program. So this is the introductory session. So I will be touching a lot of topics in this session in a general way. So don't get frustrated if you do not get the specifics, because in the coming 12 programs spread over 1 month, we will be discussing in detail the specifics of everything that I'm discussing with you today. So nothing will be left unexplained to you, but today just let it sit in your mind and marinate. And then when you understand it fully after attending the whole program, everything will be clear to you. So let me first begin with illness, because that is a concept more clear to you. The concept of wellness is a little bit complicated. Why? Because if you look at the modern healthcare, it's really all geared towards illness. All hospitals, all doctors, they treat illness. We get sick, we go to hospital, we get treated. So this is something that got monetized and economically incentivized, and therefore it got deeply entrenched in our healthcare system. In fact, 1 in 6 Americans indirectly or directly works with healthcare. Now, you have to understand what causes illness and what prevents illness. What prevents illness is wellness. So the only time you're going to hear me talk about illness is here and now in the first slide. And after that, this whole program really caters to wellness. So if you look at all the illnesses that you have, there are predominantly 3 causes. Either there is some genetic predisposition on your family life or based upon your genes that predisposes you to certain illnesses, or it's your environment, the environment which is around you, natural and man-created, and your lifestyle. So in different permutations and combinations, these three major factors cause all the illnesses that you and I suffer from and get treated for. So what else is to be known about it is, unfortunately, genes, at least up to this point, we don't have much control. I know that the science is expanding, and a day will come, then we will have gene modification and prevention of illnesses. But as we speak today, we are not there. So we have no control on genes right now. Environment, we have a partial control. Some environment, which is natural, for example, earthquakes or this COVID-19, we have partial control on this. And the environment that we create ourselves around us, our family environment, social environment, work environment, we have some control on it. But the lifestyle, we have complete control. So if we have complete control on this very important factor that causes illnesses, the converse should also be true. We can then also prevent all illnesses and be well. Now, naturally, your next question is going to be, what is lifestyle? Simply put, lifestyle is the way you live, the way you eat, the way you move, and the way you think. So everything that you do in your daily life, including your interactions, your work, your thought, your movement, your activity, your sleep, all that is the way you lead your life, and that is your lifestyle. And this contributes to wellness if done in the right way, and this contributes to illness if not done in the right way. So remember this 80%. Now, whether you know it or you don't know it, we all at some point have an 80% chance of actually suffering from these 9 conditions: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, overweight, heart attack, stroke, dementia, kidney disease, and some cancers. Now, some may have more than one, some may have only one, some may not have it now, but may have it later. But statistically speaking, we have an 80% chance of getting these. And these are all called lifestyle disorders. These are the illnesses that you get by leading your life in a certain way. So again, remember 80%. There's also an 80% chance that when we die, it'll be a either direct or indirect consequence of these 9 conditions that I've listed here. And also remember that of entire health budget that you have set out for yourself, that you will be spending on your health care in your adult life and elderly life, 80% of that will actually go towards managing either these conditions or consequences of these conditions, resulting in hospitalizations or procedures or surgeries. So there's a tremendous cost associated with these lifestyle illnesses if they are not prevented by changing the lifestyle. The good news after all these bad news that I gave you is that 80% of these 9 conditions that are lifestyle related that I've enumerated here can either be cured or managed or improved by changing your lifestyle and practicing wellness. And wellness is what you're here to learn, and wellness is what you're here to practice. So if you have any of these 9 conditions, you have an 80% chance. So the good news is you have an 80% chance of either curing it, managing it, or improving it if you change your lifestyle the way we recommend that you should change your lifestyle. So where is the evidence? You must admit. The evidence actually, the very first evidence came from this guy, Dr. Esselstyn, who conducted a trial where he actually picked up patients that had blockages. So in these 3 sets, on the left-hand side, you see a blocked artery. On the right-hand side, you see that artery blockage cleared. This is an angiogram, actually before and after the intervention. And in fact, the only intervention that he used was a dietary intervention. So this was the first time the science came to know by just changing your diet, you can actually prevent heart attack you can actually prevent blockages, you can improve existing blockages, and you can prevent angioplasty, and you can prevent bypass surgery. So that is profound just by changing diet. Now, as you will find out as you go forward, diet is 25% of our component of our wellness plan. We have other three things that have additive benefit. And then you must say, where is more evidence? So this is the evidence that came, which was published in the Lancet from Ornish's team. So they picked up two groups of people. One group they put on a prevention program. They had a special diet, special exercise, stress management training. They quit smoking. They had psychosocial support, and they avoided certain foods that should not be taken. And the rest continued as per their doctor's advice. And what they found out was that in the group which had the lifestyle intervention, there was a 37% reduction in their cholesterol at 1 year and 20% at 5 years. There was weight reduction, their angiographic results improved, the blockages got less, and also the progression of the blockages became less in those cases. So I'm just sharing with you only two of these studies, and we'll be sharing with you multiple evidence as we go along of various other trials that have shown tremendous benefits from lifestyle change. So that is the reason why we think that you should change your lifestyle. Now, if you really dive deep, why is it that these lifestyle disorders happen? What are the mechanisms that play inside? And what is it that actually makes them get better? You have to have some understanding of these four concepts. And as I said, I'll be dealing with them in detail in the next two lectures. But to give you some preview here, the inflammation, the endothelial injury, the circadian imbalance, and the autonomic imbalance are the four main reasons. Inflammation, every cell of your body, if not treated properly, not given proper nutrition, not given proper activity, stressed, can lead to inflammation. When the cell becomes inflamed, it either functions poorly, or it stops functioning, or it overfunctions. When it functions poorly, then you get all these deficiency disorders, like your thyroid becomes underactive, or your pancreas don't produce enough insulin and you get diabetes. Sometimes they can completely stop functioning. For example, your artery can get completely blocked and give you a headache, a heart attack. Your artery can get completely blocked and give you a stroke. Sometimes, because of inflammation, they start overproducing and overfunctioning. And that is, in a very simple way, the mechanism which causes cancer. Again, the endothelial. Endothelium is the one cell lining of your arteries, which spans all over your body. So in these arteries is the blood flowing. The quality of the blood determines the health of the endothelium, exactly the same way as the quality of the water that flows in a pipe determines the health of the inner lining of the pipe. If the material flowing is not good, the pipe can get damaged. Same way, if the material flowing in your veins and arteries is not good, your endothelium gets damaged. When the endothelium gets damaged, the artery gets damaged. And what do? You get a heart attack, you get a stroke. Now, circadian imbalance is another new concept, which we'll discuss in detail. Basically, this is scientific explanation of what some of you may understand from Ayurveda, of Dincharya. Why should there be regularity? Just like there's day and night, and you go rest and sleep, exactly the same way as you go to sleep, some organs in the body also wake up at certain times and sleep at certain times. So if you then keep them awake at wrong time and sleep at wrong time and make it haphazard, their functioning becomes poor. The liver needs to sleep, the pancreas need to sleep, the lungs need to sleep. They all need to sleep at certain times and wake up at certain times. If you're eating all day, if you're doing different things at different times, there is absolutely no rhyme or reason or discipline in your life. You're creating imbalance in every organ of your body. And that is what contributes to lifestyle illness. And the next thing you need to understand is the autonomic imbalance. What is autonomic? Now, you're here sitting, listening to me, you're breathing, and your heart's beating. Are you telling your heart to beat? Are you telling your respiration to continue? No, it goes automatically. And that automatic functioning occurs in the brain stem, and this is called autonomic function. Now, this autonomic function, until recently, was understood as going on its own and under no control. When the science of yoga became clear, people found out that this can actually be also controlled. A yogi can slow his heart rate, fasten his heart rate, can slow his respiration, can increase his respiration. So these autonomic control can be made by doing certain things, and one of them is yoga. So what are the two components? There are two components of this autonomic nervous system. One is called sympathetic, one is called parasympathetic. Sympathetic, when it gets excited, you get anxiety, you get overactivity, you get fight, flight, fright mode. Parasympathetic, when it gets activated, you get calmness, quietness, relaxation. And that is exactly how yoga works. Yoga stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system and calms down your sympathetic nervous system and creates autonomic balance and restores the imbalance. And that is how it gives you wellness. So these are the mechanisms, and we'll discuss in great detail as we go along, which provide the backbone of why we chose to do what we're doing for your wellness. Okay, so this is, you've been thinking for a long time, everywhere you see this on a program, IWSP, IWSP. So what exactly is IWSP? This is a carefully chosen acronym which actually highlights these four components that I mentioned here, called integrated wellness, science, and practice. So let's see each component of that. What is integrated wellness? We think that your body, your mind, and your spirit is one integrated whole. They're not three separate things. Body affects the mind, mind affects spirit, spirit affects mind, spirit affects body. They are interlinked completely. So a wellness which is only focused on taking care of your body, but not taking care of your mind, not taking care of your spirit, is an incomplete wellness, is an unintegrated wellness. A wellness that gives you wellness of body, wellness of mind, and wellness of spirit is integrated wellness. It is integrating all components, linking them all together, binding them in a chain, and working on all three. That is what we mean by integrated wellness. The other integration that we do is we don't just integrate your physical factors, your spiritual, social, interpersonal, environmental, cultural. Everything has an impact on your health. So you have to integrate, you make sure that they harmonize in your life, all these factors, for you to get comprehensive holistic wellness. And that is the other integration that you need to bring in your life. And that is the other meaning of integrated wellness. So what is science? You understand science. Some of you may have taken science as a subject in college. Science, broadly speaking, is what is verified and verifiable. So someone has verified it, proven it. He presents the facts to you. You observe those facts. You experiment them. You measure, you make measurements, objective measurements, and you scrutinize the result. And you should be able to produce same results, verifiable. If you do, then you understand them. And if you repeat them, you again reproduce same result. And that is called science. So that is why we are presenting to you all that has been scientifically proven. We are not going to give you some puria, some herb, or some concoction, or some chyawanprash, or any of those things. What we are giving you is scientifically proven methodology of wellness, which has all the components that we'll discuss in detail with you. And there is nothing that is going to be discussed with you which has not been proven scientifically. So practice. Why do we say that you need to practice this? Number one is we did this program. First of all, we did it ourselves, myself and Swamiji. We practiced it together for 1 month. We saw the results. And that is how we came with this program that we designed that we are telling you. Then we practiced the same program on 4 batches prior to you. So there are over 500 people that have gone through this IWSP and they have had good results. So that is their practice. And our methodology is also practical. All the advice that we'll give you will be practical and it'll be evidence-based. And in fact, there's a huge amount of practical that will go on every day for 45 minutes. You'll be practically doing, learning, and practicing yoga, pranayama, and meditation with Swamiji in the comfort of your homes with full guidance. Okay, so based on these, we created your wellness key and we gave it an acronym called DASH. So where do we come from this DASH? We found out that at the end of the day, if you really have to control some factors that will give you a lifestyle and prevent lifestyle disorder, they are in diet, activity, habits, and stress. Poor diet, inactivity, a lot of stress, and unhealthy habits. This is what creates lifestyle disorders. And if you reverse these, what you get is lifestyle wellness. So this is what we have to offer you. There will be multiple sessions on diet, activity, sleep, stress management, and habit change. And you will get all the information. So why is diet so important for wellness? We believe that there are certain foods that cause illness. We also believe that there are certain foods that prevent illness. And we also believe that there are certain foods that actually cure illness. So why not then understand those foods that cause illness and avoid them? Why not then have a diet that prevents illness and gives you wellness and cures illness? And that's exactly what we are going to be discussing with you. Now, we are not just discussing food with you. We are discussing the whole anatomy and physiology of digestion. Once you understand exactly what happens to the bolus of food that we put in your mouth and goes down the esophagus and into your abdomen, what processes it goes through, how liver interacts, pancreas interacts. Once you have a full understanding of that, you will never eat the way you eat now. You will change the way you eat forever once you understand the anatomy and physiology of the inner mechanisms. It's exactly like the way some people that know the inner mechanisms of the car, the engine, the parts, the gears, and those things, they know how to take care of the car and they drive that car carefully and service that car carefully, and their cars last longer once they have the knowledge of the car. It's exactly the same way. We will be giving you what are the recommended foods. We'll be telling you what are unhealthy foods. We'll be telling you when to eat, when not to eat, and what to eat. It is not just what you eat that impacts your health, but the timings of when you eat also impacts it. You will know the science of fasting, intermittent fasting. You will understand the science of time-restricted feeding. Just by changing the time, you can actually have profound benefit from food alone without changing the contents of the food. And you will learn that also. So you will also learn the science of activity. And in activity, we'll discuss with you in detail about yoga, the yoga asanas that you will do. And you'll also understand the importance of rest and sleep. And some of you who have difficulty in sleeping, interrupted sleep, sleep apnea syndrome, you'll find out why, just like hygiene for the body is important, there's a hygiene of the sleep also. What is it that you need to do and not do to get a sound sleep? So we'll discuss how to get stress-free. Now, this clearly is a very interesting topic. And obviously, it's very exciting for you to see. I'm talking to you right now, the secret of happiness, stress-free mind. What is a mind that is happy and stress-free? Now, all of you know that you have been searching for it all your life. I have been searching for it all my life. There are multiple books available on it. There's multiple literature on it. There is so much written on it. There's so much information on the internet. So what is it that I'm going to tell you, which you already do not know, right? So one thing I'm going to tell you is that if to lead a happy, stress-free life was so easy, first of all, I will be stress-free, you will be stress-free, and there'll be no need for all these books and the things that are there. So it clearly is a difficult topic. Now, let us begin with first understanding the highest state of stress-free mind, and then we can come lower and lower and say, okay, we may not get the highest stress-free mind, but at least can reach where we can reach with our effort. So to my mind, the best definition or the best recipe for happy, stress-free mind was actually given by Swami Vivekananda, and this is a quote from him. And the parentheses are mine. The rest of the quote is his. That man, woman alone is happy, who is the Lord of his, her own mind, and none else. So there's only one way to be stress-free, is to be the Lord of your mind. To be the Lord of your mind, you have to understand your mind. If you understand your mind, you will learn how to control your mind. How do you understand your mind? You understand your mind by studying your mind. And that is why in this program, we have deep emphasis on meditation. Meditation is the only time when you sit down and do meditation properly that you actually try to read your own mind. You try to read your own actions. And once you begin to read your own mind, you can then get the power to transform your mind. This takes many days, years, ages, lives, but there is no shortcut. And to me, to my mind, I could not find a better definition or a better recipe for a stress-free mind than what Swamiji said here. So anyway, so let's begin here. And why do we say that? Think about this. There are two minds that shape the world. The Western mind. The Western mind lived in harsh environments, snow, no vegetation, poor vegetation, not much food. And they then all the way from time immemorial put all the energy into controlling external nature. How can they control the harsh environment? How can we navigate outside and get vegetables and fruit from somewhere else? They built shapes, they made signs, they found new methods of irrigation, new methods of agriculture. So all their efforts were to control the external nature, and they controlled the external nature with science. And that science then also came into health. And there's so many beautiful scientific discoveries we have, and so many scientific advances that the Western mind made that help us with all our modern medicine right now. And all that is good, all that's helpful, and all that is part of also our wellness program that we're going to talk about here, and also the part of what healthcare that you get when you go to the hospital with the modern medicine. That's very good. But the Eastern mind went beyond that. Eastern mind actually focused on the internal nature. Why? For first of all, they have plenty of rivers, vegetation, forests, very healthy environment, not very much snow, not very much rainfall, not very much natural disasters. So when all these external things were taken care of, they focused on the internal mind. So one is an objective science, which is the Western mind controlling external nature. One is the subjective science controlling the internal nature. Stress-free, you become only once you know your internal nature and you control your internal nature. What controls internal nature? What really helps you understand, first of all, and control your inner nature is yoga, meditation, and pranayama. So all that you know of the objective world, you know through science, right? Science you understand through mind. What is it that makes a scientist's mind understand science? That science is yoga. So today you get a new definition of yoga. Yoga is the science that actually studies the mind of the scientist and make him understand science. So same way, we have to understand that. Now, this Western mind also understood 20 million Americans are doing yoga, meditation, and pranayama. That's 1 in 6 Americans. Are there 1 in 6 Americans doing this? No. Indians doing this? No. Why? Because the Western mind, after having conquered the objective world, now wants to control the subjective world. And therefore they think that that science was actually available to our ancient rishis and gurus who devised the methodologies of yoga, pranayama, and meditation. And you are going to do that in the comfort of your home. I go to gym here to do yoga 3 days a week. And Saturday morning, for example, it's 11 o'clock. If I'm there at 10:55 a.m., I'm locked out because there are only 50 mats that can be put there. And if I'm not there in time, the room is full. They're all nationalities, Indians, Hispanics, Afro-Americans, whites, all these people. Why are they all running after yoga? Because they understand its benefits. They know that that is what is vital. Knowing the subject, controlling the subject helps you understand the object. And therefore, you are getting this in the comfort of your home, 3 days a week, live with Swamiji. And this is the backbone of this program. So how do you become stress-free? You become stress-free by doing yoga, meditation, and pranayama. In addition, we'll also tell you other techniques of becoming stress-free, but these are 3 vital stress-free recipes that we have, and they'll be given to you, and at the end of 1 month, you will be expert in it. So we'll also discuss habit. We all have certain habits, and habits are good and habits are bad. But a habit is a habit. All habits are stored in this red circle that you see. This is a pea-sized area in your brain called nucleus accumbens. All your habits of lifetime are stored there. And all habits, for example, you're 5-year-old and you learned how to ride a bike, right? And then initially you made an effort and you had to learn, you fell and you got up and you tried and your father helped you, then you had trainer wheels and all that. And subsequently you learned and now it became a second nature. And let's say you have not ridden a bike for 10 years. But if I give you a bike right now, within 2 minutes, you'll be riding the bike. Why? Because a habit got stored in the habit center. So what is the second nature of the habit center? Any habit that you ever learn is never lost. Now there's a good side to it and there's bad side to it. And that is how when we discuss the science of changing habits like smoking or drinking, we tell you habit never dies. So you don't change a habit by trying to kill a habit. No habit can ever be killed. It can be made dormant. It can be superseded. It can be subsided. It can be supplanted, but it can never be erased. Same thing with the bad habits. Now, one good thing is that on that habit center, there's also control of a voluntary center called prefrontal cortex. And they're actually fibers that run from your prefrontal cortex to your habit center. And you can strengthen some signals, and we'll discuss all that science, how you do that. And we'll give you a scientific method for controlling habits. We all have bad habits. We all take too much sugar. We all take too much salt. Some of us drink alcohol. Some of us smoke. Some of us have bad habits of sitting in front of the sofa and not exercising. All these are habits. And how do you change them? There's a scientific way to change, not by any other way. So we'll discuss the science of the habit. We'll also understand what is neuroplasticity, the concept, the backbone of how the habits form and the habits change. We'll also talk about the habit loop, how habit becomes a circuit, a complete circuit. And once it becomes a circuit, it runs on a loop. And you have to know where to attack the loop to break the habit. And we'll discuss that in detail based on the evidence. Okay, so we are giving you this program that gets you from illness to wellness, as we promised. And the only way you can get is by doing the practice. The bridge that makes you cross from illness to wellness is practice. And in this whole program, you will be practicing yoga, meditation, and pranayama every day. We'll also be discussing nutritional practices, activity practices, stress prevention practices, habit transformation practices. We'll give you practical techniques of those, and you'll be practicing them with us. So if you have time and inclination to stay with us for 4 weeks, this is all you're going to learn. And at the end of 4 weeks, you will be changed. Your habits will change, your stress will come down, you will feel good in your body, you'll notice change in your parameters like your blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, body weight. And if you make it a habit and continue for long term, you'll actually transform your whole body, you'll transform your whole mind, and you will go from an illness to wellness mode. So I hope, and I very much urge you to stay with us and start from August 17th. This will be a 12 session program. One is introductory. I'm finishing right now. There'll be 11 more sessions, and Naresh will be putting up a whole slide of what the schedule is going to be. But broadly speaking, it'll be 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, India time. And it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, US time, 4 weeks. And that's the whole program. And that is the one that's giving you all the benefit. And then subsequent to that, you will become part of IWSP Life, where there'll be every 2 weeks a supplemental program that we do, which will really help you transform your illness to wellness. So thank you very much, and hope to see you in the August 17th session. And if there are any questions and answers, I'll be happy to take them now.
Any questions for Dr. Susheel? Subrata sir, do we have any questions? Yeah, any questions for Dr. Susheel?
Yes, there is one question came. I can see it is from Mr. Shivakumar. He's asking, I have been suffering from type 1 diabetes, and when I was 10, and now I am 26. Is there any cure without taking insulin? So any comment or clarification, Dr. Sharma, please?
Yeah, thank you for your question. I think that the best thing would be, this question is very specific to what you said, and our Swamiji actually is the one who deals with type 1 diabetes. So why don't you have this discussion separately with him, and he will explain everything to you. You can call and put your question in there. Not everyone may have interest only in type 1 diabetes, because it's a rare disease and there are very few people attending in this program that have it. But anyway, I'll have Swamiji talk on this for about a minute, and then you can have detailed discussion with him afterwards.
Yes, please, Swamiji.
I think people who know about diabetes, type 1 diabetes, body doesn't produce insulin, so one has to take insulin from outside. Because we are talking about holistic approach, is there something more than insulin alone which can help me to become a better person, to become completely free from other disease? So in a way, this program can definitely help you to get better health, also to prevent the complications after having type 1 diabetes for a long time. So as suggested by Susheel ji, yes, you have to connect to me with our team directly so that we can talk more. We have more than 300 type 1 diabetic children who are leading a happy life, and because they are practicing IWSP. So at the outset, I request you to join this program, complete program, and also connect with our team. Thank you.
There are 3 more questions here. I'm going to try to answer them briefly. One is about the timing. So stay tuned. Naresh is going to clarify the timings and everything. So don't worry about it. The other question is about not understanding habits. Well, I also don't know habits, change habits. And that's exactly what we're going to do when we do one full program on habits. So today I just gave you a glimpse of how habits are formed and how you change them, and what exactly is the practice that will be discussed in our habits section. So please stay tuned. The other question is about type 2 diabetic. Yes, the whole program is geared towards that lifestyle disorder called type 2 diabetes. So once you attend the whole program, you will get the full recipe of how to manage diabetes.
Any other questions, sir?
Right now, not in the chat box, but surely people are such a interesting and vast program. People may be trying to grasp the subject, and surely will be answering you as you come back. Either ask in your email or in our WhatsApp group. If you can send them, we'll answer them one by one appropriately by our experts.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a vast subject. Like Dr. There is somebody.
One more person that wants to ask a question. Somebody called Satish Piniti.
Satish, go ahead, ask Satish.
Sir, only this thing is the stress management. Actually, I'm already yoga practitioner, but we could not able to control our stress management in regular life.
Yeah, so the question is about stress management, and we actually denote one whole session on the practices that we think have been done scientifically proven to improve stress. and we will talk in detail about all those practices. And I already shared with you 3 practices, the yoga, meditation, and pranayama that help to control stress. But I'll again simplify something here for some people to understand. You do know that preventing fire is a better way of dealing with the fire when it's raging. So the techniques, all the techniques that we'll talk about are long-term time modification, mind modification techniques to control stress. So those are the ones that you practice so that when you don't get stressed when the stress comes. But when you are actually in the middle of a stress, then nothing helps. And you know it, and I know it, and we have all been through it. So we'll discuss that in detail. Stay tuned. We devote one full session on stress, actually 2 sessions on stress management, one discussing the science of stress and one discussing the practices.
Yeah. So here what I have put it on the screen is the exact agenda for Dr. Susheel's. Every 12 sessions, one is completed. The first one is completed. Second to 12, he's going to talk about each of the, for example, diet. Then one more introductory session about injury, inflammation, repair and healing, and then 3 sessions on diet, 2 sessions on activity, 2 sessions on stress, and 2 sessions on habits. And then again, we will, refresh one more last session. So please hold on. It's a vast subject. You may not get everything right away. It's not possible, but please join and you will understand it step by step through this agenda. You will definitely get it. So, so in the interest of time, we'll move on to, there is a question coming up, but we'll take it, sir. We'll move on to the next one. Swamiji, this is for you now. I'm sharing, you can share.
Namaskar. A warm welcome to all our esteemed participants who have joined us in this program called IWSP Batch 5, which means we have completed 4 batches and we are in the 5th batch. I've been listening to Dr. Susheel Sharma many a times, and this is the 5th time I'm listening to his introductory talk. In the introduction itself, every time I listen to him, I find something new. Ascharyo Vakta Kushalino Labdha. In the Upanishads it is said, a teacher is one who always surprises you by giving you knowledge which can make you a better person. Kushalino Labdha. And the good student is one who has that efficiency to understand, grasp and inculcate in his life. So at the outset, I feel proud to have such a wonderful doctor who is a cardiac surgeon having more than 35 years of experience in the West, working in various places in America and London, and also who is a very good student. Joto Bachi Toto Sikhi. Sri Ramakrishna says, as long as I live, I do learn. Having such a vast experience in the field of medicine, wellness, he always has a keen interest to learn new things. So how he is able to present every time with lot of information and in a very wonderful, simple way so that everybody can understand. I do observe here more than 100 people who have joined this program. Many have come from different backgrounds. Some are doctors, some are scientists, some are engineers, some are business people, some are house makers, mothers, sisters and brothers. So I am very much sure all of you agree with my comments what I gave about Dr. Susheel Sharma's talk. Anyway, for want of time, let me go ahead directly talk about what we are going to learn in this IWSP, especially about yoga. Yoga is a most attractive word, popular word in this present time. We should understand by the word yoga, it doesn't mean just some asanas, physical body postures. It means something more. Yoga means to become one, many becoming one. Jivatma becoming one with Paramatma. That is called as a state of Samadhi, where I, Swami Dayadhipananda, who has got a name, who has got a form, completely gets identified with the real nature and become merged with the ultimate reality. Jivatma becoming one with Paramatma. Union. That's what yoga means. So we will be learning a lot. I am just giving a brief introduction about yoga. Yoga just doesn't mean some asanas, more than that. Mainly we will be talking about Ashtanga Yoga taught by Patanjali Maharshi. Before you become a spiritual man, you should become a gentleman. You should have basic disciplines to make you a gentleman. Yama, niyama, what to do, what not to do. Asana, pranayama, physical postures which can make your body strong. Pranayama, which will teach you how to breathe properly, how to feel energized. Pranayama. Pratyahara, dharana, be away from all the things that distracts you. There is a question, are we going to learn about how to stop the cravings for food? Yes, definitely. We will teach you how to stay away from all the bad habits. Pratyahara, dharana, always, constantly thinking about good things, about your real self, about Lord, and try to become that. Dhyana, meditation. By meditating on the highest, you become Yadbhavam tadbhavati, the way you feel, the way you become that. Dhyana, then ultimately Samadhi. So, in brief, we are going to learn a lot, mainly focusing on asana, pranayama and meditation. What is the origin of yoga? As we know, our land, Mother India, has given origin to many great things. We put it as ancient wisdom. All this ancient wisdom has got a wonderful origin. Everything that has come from God is the ultimate best thing. And we human beings interfere and we divert and we disturb it. So, all that has originated in this universe, everything has come from God. So, when you ask me who is the yoga guru, Adi Guru is our Lord Shiva himself. From his Damaru came the sound, and from there so many Vidyas developed. So, there is not one definition, we have got many definitions, but the origin is right from Lord Shiva, who has taught what is yoga. And then came many rishis who are the scientists of the inner world. Then came the Avatara Purushas, God coming in the form of man to teach the highest philosophy of life, yoga. And in the modern times, Swami Vivekananda came and made the word very popular, especially in the West, by teaching them Raja Yoga, the art of concentrating mind studying our own mind, powers of the mind. When we read the lectures of Swami Vivekananda on Raja Yoga, we understand. There is also technique how to do work, Karma Yoga, knowledge, what's right, what's wrong, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So Swami Vivekananda in these modern times gave the wonderful definitions on yoga, which we will be learning in detail. So that becomes the philosophy of this program. Swami Vivekananda himself says, if a man with an ideal commits 1,000 mistakes, I am sure without an ideal he could have committed 50,000 mistakes. So if we have an ideal, we will commit less and less mistakes, we will become better and better person. That's why we should have a philosophy for life, and we have a philosophy for our program IWSP, that is to make you a better person, to develop you as a complete personality, to give you complete wellness. Swasthya. Swasthya is the word. Being established in our real self, free from all the sufferings, always being in happiness. That's what the philosophy of this program, and we'll be learning a lot about that during our program. So now coming to the point more on yoga. So we will try to focus more mainly on the yogasana, pranayama and meditation. How this yogasana, pranayama, meditation is better than the exercise that already I am doing. Maybe somebody goes for walk, somebody goes for running, somebody goes for swimming, somebody goes for cycling. Yes, when you do exercise, you do good to your body by having that activity, but more, yoga is more than that, because when you do some exercise, some or the other form of exercise, it provides activity to your body, and at the same time your mind also may feel better because of the release of the good hormones. But yoga is something more than that, because it connects you with your real self called spirit, soul, Atman, Brahman. So body, mind and spirit, that is the benefit of practicing yogasana, pranayama and meditation over other exercises and gym. So when you practice yogasana, pranayama, meditation properly, you become physically and mentally strong. Strong muscles, strong nerves. Swami Vivekananda said, what we want is muscles of iron and nerves of steel. Endurance, flexibility, balance. These are the immense benefits of yoga. So when we said the highest thing is to find that oneness, finding that inner joy. So that is the highest state of wellness, swasthya, which will be attained over the time. When you practice for a long time, you will be able to experience the glimpse of real wellness, swasthya. Before that, we have to understand we are this physical body. To keep this physical body strong, we have to do yogasana. We have to eat right food. We should know what is dinacharya, circadian rhythm. Somebody was asking, somebody is fasting, sugar is more than 200 always. Is anyway the routine going to help me? Which means somebody may sleep late in the night and getting up late in the morning. Yes, if you can change that habit, which will be dealing in detail, will be dealing under the title circadian rhythm. So dinacharya, if you have got a good dinacharya, you are balanced. Then behind that, you have got the prana shakti. This physical body is run by the prana shakti, the breathing. So we will be learning how to breathe properly so that we increase our vital energy. We will also learn about the mental peace, calmness of mind. Samatvam yoga uchyate. So when our mind becomes calm, we attain better health. Also we will be learning about the Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is taught based on the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad and all the great religions of the world. The eternal truths which always guided our society, we will be learning and discussing about it. When you practice all this, when you take care of your Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, we attain that Anandamaya Kosha, happiness, joy. All these things we will be learning step by step, and we will be giving you all the scientific evidence and practical hints and demonstration to attain that highest state of wellness. What are the asanas that we are going to learn in this 11 more sessions after this? We will be learning yogic jogging, how to do yogic jogging in our room. Sukshma Vyayama, free hand exercise, which can make free from all the pains of the joint. Sukshma Vyayama. Surya Namaskara, a complete set of asana for one to be healthy. Shavasana, how to relax your body. Mandukasana, Shalabhasana, Ustrasana, Gomukasana, Vakrasana, Utthana Padasana, Sarvangasana, Halasana, Shalabhasana, Dhanurasana, Rakshasana, all these asanas will be taught to you step by step, also explaining the health benefits. What are the pranayamas that we are going to learn? Brahmari, Anulom Vilom, Bhastrika, Kapalbhati, Udgit, Sarala Pranayama, Anta Pranayama, Bahya Pranayama, Ujjayi Pranayama, Omkara. Recently, we all had to go through a tough time, COVID-19. Everybody was searching for a bed in a hospital which has got oxygen supply. Because of this COVID infection, decreased oxygen level in the body. It also affected all the blood vessels. The blood vessels got the clots. So, Omkara, when practiced properly, it releases nitric oxide by stimulating the nitric oxide releasing hormone enzyme. So, all these things we will be learning. So, Omkara we will be learning, and introduction to guided meditation. So, many a times when we say dhyana, meditation, we are very much attracted to that word, and we rarely get right direction how to meditate properly. So, we will talk in brief about the guided meditation today itself, and in the sessions to come we learn the ultimate methods for meditation. So, what are the health benefits of yogasana, pranayama, meditation that I have been speaking for the last 10-15 minutes? To name some diseases. It may relieve your back pain, neck pain, joint pain. It may relieve all the menstrual disturbance that mothers have. It helps to change the habits, bad habits. Though I know smoking is wrong, I don't have the strength to quit. So, it will make you strong enough to quit all the bad habits if you practice yogasana, pranayama, meditation properly. It improves your sleep quality. It makes you more mindfulness. Reduces the lifestyle illnesses like BP, obesity, diabetes, cholesterol, heart disease. It also increases your lung capacity. Enhances the cognitive performances. Old age में भूल भाल बहुत होता है. Once we become little old, maybe about 60, we may start developing loss of memory. So, if you practice yogasana, pranayama, meditation properly, you will not have that loss of memory and all those things. So, this brief introduction about what we are going to learn, I stop here. Before I close my talk, let me demonstrate to you what exactly we are going to learn. Small thing. Bhastrika is a pranayama. Kapalbhati is a pranayama. Brahmari is a pranayama. So, let me demonstrate Brahmari. It's a very simple pranayama. Close your ears. All of you can practice with me and experience the benefit. Close both your ears with thumbs. Close your eyes. Breathe in. When you are breathing out, say Om, mouth closed. Simple Brahmari, instant relief from headache, migraine. Brahmari is a wonderful pranayama to make you free from all the headache. Meditation, it's very simple. We have to find a suitable posture. Sthira Sukham Asanam. Close your eyes. Just focus on the breath. Deep inspiration, deep expiration. When you practice this, you find a sort of joy, happiness, wellness. So, this is in brief about focusing on breath and meditating. We will learn a lot of more things. Omkara, breathe in. When you are breathing out, say Om. We talk lot about lifestyle disorders. We talk lot about stress. 90% of the patients I see in my OPD, they have general complaints like I don't get proper sleep, indigestion, I cannot pass my stools properly, pain here and there. All these things can be cured, permanently solved by practicing yogasana, pranayama, prayer and meditation. And I request all the esteemed participants who have joined us to register for the complete course. Bring in your friends and relatives. Let us work together to learn all the great habits to attain wellness. Thank you. Namaskar.
Professor sir, we have any questions for Dr. Swamiji? Quickly, we have running short of time. We need to quickly move on.
I don't see any questions on Yogasana.
We have, sir. We have.
Okay. Can you please?
Yeah, I'll just. I have developed a health regime which enables me to continue practice, which is it's more of a comment from Mr. Anirban.
Right.
Flickering screen. Okay.
Yes, sir, there is no question. I can talk about type 1 diabetes. Yes, type 1 diabetic child who needed 60 units per day of insulin, when started practicing all the good habits we teach in IWSP, the insulin requirement came down from 60 to 20 units per day. That is the first health benefit. And they say, we are proud that we have got type 1 diabetes. Because of type 1 diabetes, we came to Ramakrishna Mission. Because we came to Ramakrishna Mission, we learned about IWSP, and we are becoming better and better. We are feeling happy. Our family is happy. So that's what this IWSP program can do for all the people who are having the type 1 diabetic child at home, or parents are home, and also people with type 2 diabetes. Because of the insulin resistance, the fasting sugars are always on the higher side. They take a lot of medicines, they try this, that, everything, but their blood sugars are not controlled. They are getting more and more stress. The right practices, the good habits that we are going to learn will definitely make you free from the stress. Also, will definitely bring your blood sugar in the normal range. Be assured, we have got many people who have practiced and have got immense benefits. Thank you.
Yes, there are two more questions has come. You can take it up. Like the first one is how yoga is compared with running and other exercises.
Yeah, when I compare yogasana with running and exercise, when I am doing running, yes, I am providing physical exercise to part of my body, not to the whole body first. And when I am running, I don't know where my mind is wandering. I don't know what my breathing is happening. So, when you practice yogasana, pranayama, meditation, you are going to benefit your physical body, which will help to improve the health of all the organs, the internal organs, the external organs, which will help to breathe properly, which will help you to focus on your own mind, connecting your mind to your real self, Atman, Brahman. That's where you got immense health benefits of yogasana, pranayama, meditation when compared to running and other exercise.
Yes, there is one medical question related to
yoga. Disorder too. Yes, Ujjayi pranayama, breathe in, breathe out, simple pranayama. When you are breathing in, hold your throat tightly. Ujjayi pranayama. Whoever practice sincerely, I have got many people who are taking medicines for hypothyroidism. After regular practice of Ujjayi pranayama and all the other things that we teach in IWSP, they got relieved. Their thyroid disorders got reversed. We have got many testimonials. Go and visit our website myiwsp.com, where you have got recorded testimonials who have reversed their diseases.
Yeah, I think. Is there anything?
Yeah, there is one more just now came. Can I just have to open that?
How many calories we can burn? Yes, the more you practice, the more calories you burn. So, if one becomes expert in practicing Bhastrika, which makes your lungs strong, it is said in 5 minutes you can burn 500 calories. So it depends how you learn, how you practice. So higher speed, once you become expert, we can burn more and more calories. But in the beginning, definitely you will be able to learn 50 calories, 100 calories, 500 calories, 5000 calories. It is possible. Yes, we have more than 100 people who have experienced all these benefits, and you join, you practice with us, you will also enjoy.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Subrata sir. We'll have a quick poll. Please request all of you to participate, and then followed by that, we are going to talk about what next. Just it will be a 1 minute poll, less than 1 minute poll. Bala, please.
Polls on, Naresh.
Yes, you can put on the poll. The Zoom poll is not coming up, is it?
It is on.
Oh, you are on the screen.
Yes.
Naresh, yeah.
So we are able to participate in the poll?
Yes. People are participating.
Okay. All right. Good.
Is it coming? Are you able to see, Naresh?
Yeah. Let it move. Okay. So you may stop the screen. Let the poll be on. I'll go to the next topic quickly.
Yeah.
Thank you. What next and when? There's a lot of questions. There is separately also questions are coming up to me. So this program is, as both the doctors said, totally 12 sessions. The first session is today, it's completed. 17th of August is going to be the day 2. From 17th, that is from coming Tuesday, India time, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, India time 6 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., 7:30 a.m. And then the same program, again, we are repeating it evening 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., both IST I'm talking about. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So the reason why we are repeating, putting the live in the morning, again, we are putting repeat in the evening. Also, doctors will join live in the evening also, because we have participations across the globe. So people in early morning 6 a.m. may be a very odd time for a different region. So we are putting it in this way. The same thing for US participants. It will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. I'm talking about the 6 a.m. I'm comparing the 6 a.m. Tuesday with Monday, 8:30 p.m. for EST time. For all other countries, we do have participations from Malaysia, Singapore, as well as South Africa. You need to calculate based on this time of India time, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. You please do the calculation for yourself. Each session will be divided into 45 minutes each. 45 minutes for Dr. Sharma, who will be talking about diet, activity, stress, whatever he touched upon introduction of today. And then Swamiji, Dr. Shivakumar, he will take those 15 asanas, 10 pranayamas, and then couple of days guided meditation. So it will be 45 minutes and then 45 minutes. So you have to be with your yoga mat on, empty stomach, and then be ready for the 45 minutes of listening and then 45 minutes of practicing. Somebody may like to listen only part of it. We are okay. We don't have any problem. You can listen only Dr. Sharma's talk, or you can listen only Swamiji's talk. But typically we advise do it together. That's a holistic program. But if somebody prefer for specific reason want to join only one, we are okay. But you have to keep us informed about it. So that's about the program. We will be putting the slide in the WhatsApp group as well. So yeah, this is a paid program. As we said, first 3 IWSP sessions we did it free of cost, but now we need to run the program. You know, in the long run, we have a couple of staff, so we need to do some basic things. So you have to go to myiwsp.com. click the option pay on the right side top, you can have it. There are two options it gives. Because if you are paying through Indian currency, there is one option. If you are paying through non-Indian currency, there are two options. The second option. So if you are paying through Indian currency, just go click Indian participants and you get a background, whatever you see it on the screen, put your names, those details, and then say pay. You'll get all the options, be it a QR code, be it debit card, credit card, net banking, wallet, anything you want, you can do that. Also, you can see that on the right, I will also send this to your WhatsApp group. You can use anything and you can pay it and join the program. And then if you're a non-Indian currency, if you're paying through non-Indian currency, outside India participants, just choose the option of non-Indian participants. It comes here, fill the basic details, and then it will give debit card, credit card, and PayPal. We do have a PayPal option. Whatever the payment you make, request you to send a WhatsApp message or an email to the number what is given on the right side of the screen. Again, we'll be putting these two details in our WhatsApp group. Please request all of you to do this. So to know more about this program, go to myiwsp.com. You have all the details available, the past batch, whatever the people have done it, and some of the famous personalities who know this program, they talked about it. You also can follow us through all the social media platforms through the following things. So this 2,500 rupees certainly is not a big amount as compared to the time what our two eminent doctors are going to spend. It's more for you to as a basic investment for your health than paying money. That is what we look at it. That is how I joined it and I benefited. So we request all of you to join and enjoy. We still can have more people coming in. If you like it, if you want somebody in your family or friends wants to join, please do let us know. We will give this YouTube link of this session, whatever is happening now, to you. You can send it to them and ask them to join. We have time till 17th. So anytime in the next 5-6 days, you can connect with us, you can join. We request more people to join in this program. Any clarifications, doubt you have, these are all the two people. Again, we'll be putting this slide in our WhatsApp group as well as email. The first person, Parmesh, he's also in the call and his number is given. And then second one, Karthikeyan, his number is also given in this. Plus, you can also send an email to us and we'll be more than happy to help you, whatever the clarifications you need. If you're facing any problem in paying and things like that, we'll be happy to help you out. So, Subrata sir, is there any questions?
Yes, there are a couple of questions came. I think one for ours, another for one of the either Swamiji or Dr. Susheel Sharma is there. He can clarify. So, could you please also focus a bit on ulcerative colitis during the program, similar to diabetes? So,
yeah, we can discuss about ulcerative colitis. Yeah,
actually, basic. Your metabolic disorder itself is a big problem. So if you know how to handle your metabolic system, many of the diseases are taken care, not a specific one like a diabetic or colitis. Inflammation, actually that's what we learned. Chronic injury to your metabolic system is the biggest cause. If you know the basics, it can apply to all the diseases. So those specific diseases, obviously doctors will give you in great depth. But what you learn, the basic fundamental science, why you make yourself ill, and it's your own creation. And if you know the knowledge, then you ask the doctor specifically what medicine. Obviously for emergency you can't live without medicine, and for a long-term effect there's a way to reverse it, and that's what you'll try to encourage you to attend and learn and practice. Finally, it all boils down to your practice, and that's where people are sharing their experience, how much they get benefited by doing it regularly. So, and also there is a question for the Naresh to answer. I think, are you providing certificate?
Yes.
One of the persons.
If anybody, I mean, generally so far the people who attended are, people who come and, learn and practice. And if any professional need, if you're looking for a certificate, why not? We can definitely think about it. We can do that. This is coming from a specific organization and can be organized, not an issue. But based on the need, we can do that for sure.
Yes, there is one more request. Please share the recorded session video. Sure, we are going to do that. By tomorrow, you will get that video of this. You can watch again, or you can share it with your friends so that if they want to join, they can join. That's what Naresh told. And it's more the merrier. People will share and learn and we can all get benefited. It's not only you get benefited, whatever problem you have, that get understanding by our organizer and our doctors. They can also see what are the different challenges people are facing. So that will help both the sides. So please circulate this video and we'll learn from each other. Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any other questions, sir?
So far,
okay.
Yeah, that's all. Any other comment from Dr. Susheel Sharma or Swami ji? So that will help.
Dr. Susheel?
It was very nice to note the only way to be free from illness is wellness. So we all are learned enough to understand what really wellness means, and we will be trying our best based on all the ancient and wisdom and the modern science, the knowledge that we have gathered, the experience that we have gathered on practicing for ourselves, that will be shared and that will be taught. So only way to be away from illness is to attain the state of wellness. So we are all there, we together will march towards wellness, and there are many eminent people whom I know personally, they have also joined, and I appreciate their valuable time for joining this program, and I hope this program will definitely benefit all of those who have attended. And if it is appealing to you, you can request your friends and relatives to join the program, which will be starting soon. Thank you.
Yeah. Subrata sir, we can go ahead and close the program?
Yes, just a few comments. Thank you for all your very useful participation and asking those questions. Your feedback with the poll also is very useful for us to make it much more structured, and we'll come back with all the details. And also I'd like to thank both Dr. Susheel Sharma and Swami ji making this beautiful beginning of our 5th batch of this IWSP, which are growing in direction, growing in a future, benefits, and I see the more people are coming in and joining. So thank you all for enjoying and coming and learning together. And also I thank all my team members, including Karthikeyans and other Bala, who are supported today's program so beautifully. Thank you. That's my final comment.
Again, we also will be sending another email which will have feedback mechanism. Please do participate in that also. Give us a feedback so that we'll keep improvise our program going forward as well. So with this, we'll close the session. Thank you so much, and look forward to meet all of you in the program live from 17th of August. Please do connect with us. Any questions you have on these numbers. Thank you so much. Have a good night, good day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.